Alright, and we're back. And we are about to find out what we're betting on, because Rig has a problem.
I know, he starts it just as much as Brian does.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get where Rig comes from, that he feels like Brian's trying to one-up him, but he does not make the situation better.
But to be fair, Rig sees that Brian has just nicer things and he feels immediately threatened.
True.
So he wants to puff out his chest and be like, I'm good. I'm good too.
I'm just as good as you are.
I'm better. So if Rig wasn't so threatened by his own insecurities, this wouldn't be a constant back and forth.
Learning lessons, people.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I really just think Brian's a nice dude.
He probably is, but they do kind of just like have a pissing contest most of the time.
Brian doesn't see it as a pissing contest. He's just like, oh, let's have a friendly wager. And Rig like, I want you to cut my lawn with scissors.
True. Anyways, so what's on the line? Besides all the fish, I'm gonna catch, obviously.
I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn.
Oh, great. Custody of our children. Well then.
That is a little high stakes. More than that. Let's say more than that. If I win, I get your weed whacker. How is that more than custody of a child?
The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition.
But if you win, you get my pole saw, the Reach and Cut 3000.
The cordless version?
That's the one.
Shit. The Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We're gonna lose a weed whacker. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolishness, fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. Probably today. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and at the pole in my hand.
Insult the fish. Insult the fish.
Put some bait up. I think we should, if we don't actually want to lose our shit, we should actually do this.
I think we should insult the fish.
Brian, the game of fishing is all about psychological warfare. Watch this. I look out onto the serene, undisturbed lake. Hey, fish.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. You did not enjoy that.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that quite thoroughly.
I turn my attention to Brian.
Fuck you.
That'll show him. Now what? Perform fishing mating call, tie a knot or something, meditate.
I like perform the fishing mating call.
I think we're just we're gonna go with the fishing thing.
Okay.
You like that? I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's blend I learned that one in my youth.
I learned that one in my youth.
Whatever. Yep, this one. It's coming apart. It isn't coming apart anytime soon. This knot, I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver unto us a bountiful harvest. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast the sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off of the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down.
Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. See, he's just a nice dude.
Brian hands me my pole with a smile. Hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Yep, here we go.
Fishing around here is easy. They all group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same
Oh,
species
God.
and reel them in. I need to match 3 of the same.
I need to match 3 of the same species. Can't tell which fish is which.
Match that fish.
Go up
Oh,
there first. Can you?
up here,
The big
these
ones?
ones.
They taste great fried.
I have a timer.
Yeah.
Oh, can't. They have to be like.
Right next to each other. Those ones then. Those. No.
Largest popular sport fish. What the fuck?
These ones.
Which ones? These are so fucking weird. You know what? Yeah, go ahead.
Where'd our mouse go? Oh no. I want this one. I didn't want to switch that one.
Now you're fishing.
That one right there, yeah.
Match of the day.
The other one's already next to each other. Because I can switch them, but it yells at me.
Catch of the day. Catch of the day.
Move that one up.
Match of the day.
That one to, yeah.
Nice catch. Rainbow trout. Match of the day.
You can move one of those up or down.
Now you're fishing. Match of the day.
That one over.
Match of the day.
That's about it. You did really well.
Yay.
Good on you.
Good work. High quality, not quantity.
Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand and I reflexively tug upwards. Think I got something big. Tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run.
Reel it in.
I finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net.
It's all yours.
I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all of the ones Brian's caught. That pole saw is mine. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. Should have taken that life vest. Did we not actually put that on?
None of the options made you have the life vest on.
Some bitch. All of a sudden, I'm embraced underwater and pulled into Brian's arms.
To be fair, we did ask him to save us.
I'm finally dragged upwards, sputtering water. All of my gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time.
You alright?
Does that count as one?
Well, seeing as all our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Ha 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 ha!
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho! Let's get you to shore.
Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to the shore with Maxwell in tow. Oh. Okay. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glistening in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contrasting must have built that guy like an ox.
I was gonna say, he's got really nice arm muscles that you don't really see in his other shirt.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't notice me staring.
I'm gonna get the fire going so we can dry off. Wanna hand me yours?
Yes. Okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life. Or any sit-ups. At all, really. Another thing you've bested me in, stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have.
The day is young. We can fish from the shore.
Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit up and try to dry off my pants. Yeah. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge.
We're probably gonna have to put the kibosh on the competition for now.
Till another day. My stomach growls.
You hungry?
Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars.
I have a small child. I'm flushed with snacks.
Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola.
And now we're back to waiting.
Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now?
I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids.
That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They've probably established a small rural. Yeah, I can't fucking talk right now. Rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Just great descriptions.
A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks.
Here you go, bud.
Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself.
I've always hated how this... Oh, well, no.
I have always hated how this stuff smells, Brian.
Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside.
Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bouncing up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Break the steak in half and assert your dominance. Sad.
All of them are sad.
I mean, I think throwing the stick is not the sad option.
Why are you throwing towards the woods?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's where he just came from. Eggplants. I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him, which consequently is not very fast. It is very cute, though.
Nice throw, Delivenrig.
I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world champ of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan?
Scratch behind the ear?
Okay. I give Maxwell some nice little scratches behind his floppy ears. He responds in kind by licking my face.
He really likes you. Be careful. He's gonna try to follow you home if you keep that up.
Scratch Maxwell's ears more intensely. I'm gonna steal your dog, Brian. We both laugh, but I'm only kidding. Or kind of kidding. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan before we know it. We have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods looking totally unscratched.
Unscathed.
Unscathed, yeah.
Whoa. Dad bod patrol. I'm gonna have to issue both a citation and demand you put your shirts on. There are children present.
Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been?
Studying entomology.
What?
We were playing with bugs.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to leave this one here. Time demands it. And no one can stop the on march of time.
The ongoing march of time. Where's
Yeah.
the phone?
I don't know, dude. Anyways, so we'll be back in the next one to finish this date, hopefully.